There's a lot of topics to cover within the breast cancer community. In A Beautiful Self, we bring in the experts to inform, to take your questions, and to inspire.
Tune in Tuesdays at 12 on Facebook and Instagram Live to join the conversation.
Hi, everyone. Join us as we chat with community leader, activist, business owner, sexy survivor, and Beautiful Self alumna, Amanda Nokes, about her new business venture and life after cancer. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to Tip Tuesday. It's Jillian.
And Michelle.
So, we are very happy to be here today. And, Tip Tuesday, we want to cover relevant topics in the breast cancer community. And that also means speaking directly to survivors and fighters to get their stories. And today we wanted to do our version of Where Are They Now? Because we have met such amazing people along the way. So we're speaking with one of them today, our friend and Beautiful Self alumna, Amanda Nokes, who is here with her friend and business owner, Christy Ross. And they have this unbelievably, it's phenomenal. It's so fabulous. This chic, delicious, so style inspired mobile catering. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm so excited. Michelle has the backdrop from their website up, and it's called Tin Can Confections and Cocktails. And it is just, that's all I can say. It is just to die for when you see it.
Delicious for the eyes.
It's so delicious. So I can't wait for you to hear about it. We have a lot to chat about and feel inspired about. But Michelle, do we have any housekeeping before we get to Amanda and Christy?
Absolutely not, Jill.
No.
The only housekeeping is all of the links to everything that you hear and see today will be in this post on our website and also on our YouTube channel. So please tune in and support. We appreciate that.
Phenomenal. All right. Ready? Shall we get chatting?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Thank you guys for being here today. We so appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right. First, I have to ask you, Amanda, because I know we touch base here and there, but how are you feeling? How are you feeling these days?
I'm doing very well. Thriving, I suppose, growing in the waistline, healthy appetite, loving my meds, but here and happy and healthy and doing really well. Living the dream, as they say.
As you said that, I was laughing because Michelle and I were looking at bathing suits before, and I'm used to being I say used to, it's been 7 years. I got to stop blaming it on the cancer.
All of this weight, it's been honestly, I blame it on cancer too. I was big going in, who are we?
I know, and right now I'm having a hot flash because I'm laughing so hard.
Totally.
Living the dream. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your journey with breast cancer, kind of what you went through?
Absolutely. I was diagnosed in 2015. I hadn't had a mammogram in 3 or 4 years. I hadn't had any medical coverage at all. So my medical coverage was kicking in that January. This was November. I had a lump that was like a rock really high up, almost to my collarbone. And so my friend, who is an OBGYN, arranged for me to go see his oncologist friend just to kind of check it out before I had medical coverage. I had already had appointments starting in January for a breast reduction. I was very well endowed, and for a physical. So he made me promise I would get it looked at come January, which I did. As it turned out, I had stage 3, plus. I was probably 15 minutes away from stage 4. Everything on the left side. I did 16 weeks of chemo. I did a double mastectomy after that. I was able to forego radiation because I had an 8 centimeter mass, a 5 centimeter mass, another 5 centimeter precancerous mass, and a whole bunch of cancer garbage floating around. But my largest 8 centimeter mass actually reduced to 0.5 millimeters during the chemo, which was fantastic. So they were able to forego the radiation, very fortunate. I started a business out the other end of it called Necessity Bags, which I still have. It's a not-for-profit, which really just puts together items in a beautiful beach bag that is washable, and you can, oh, thank you. You can take it to the hospital, leave it packed for your treatments, come home, leave it in the corner, grab it on whatever day you have treatments and go back to the hospital. And the idea is that after treatment is over, you have a beautiful beach bag, a beautiful blanket, you've got a water bottle and all of these items that you can kind of create new memories with. So nothing's really disposable. I have had the great pleasure of selling hundreds of these bags and providing them as donations and really helping people. It gives you a beautiful sense of armor. You have no idea what's coming your way. Everyone has a different reaction to chemo. It is not cancer specific. It's not gender specific. There's a variety of colors and options. Each bag is made to order. They're a wonderful gift to give yourself to get that sense of security. They're also really wonderful gift for your loved ones to give you because you are left feeling helpless. You are helpless. You're not a doctor. So it's a nice gift to give. And I've shipped them all over the country. I've shipped actually one to Australia and one to England. So that's my little side hustle.
That's fantastic because I think, you know, it's really actually very interesting because I get a lot of texts from support, like the care system, like the caregivers. And they're like, hey, I was just curious. Can you tell me what you think I should get my friend? And, you know, that's a first stop because you just don't realize what you're going to need. So it's amazing that you did that, which kind of, you know, after cancer, because it's just so life altering, which before Christy, we're going to get to you, but I want to ask Amanda one more question because this always blows us away. And Michelle and I talk about this all the time. You are just one of those people, Amanda, that is so active in the community. You are active on every level, from politics to activism. No, you are out there. You know you're out there.
Love it.
Yeah, were you always like that? Or is that after cancer you got more?
Absolutely after. I found during cancer, I took it as an opportunity to really show my children that it's not who I am, it's what I had. Self-pity is not attractive nor productive. And it was, I hate to say it, but it was really a gift to me. It showed me that there's more to life than just taking care of myself and my immediate people, that I have the ability, the knowledge, the passion, the love to really help my community, to help strangers. You know, the business was started because I made a bag for myself. And then I had, unfortunately, a friend who was diagnosed locally, and I made her the bag as a gift and she loved it. I had another friend who called and said her college roommate was diagnosed with cancer and she lived in South Carolina and she couldn't bring her a lasagna and she couldn't take care of her kids. So I made her a bag and she sent it and she loved it. And it really just occurred to me that I could be helping the masses. And I think that life is about helping others. Life is about bringing positive energy and bringing assistance, whether it be through a hug or, you know, creating a bag or doing events, whatever it is, to bring joy to others is really what it's about. And my entire view changed. And as a result, my entire karma changed. My entire life changed. I have a phenomenal, wonderful, beautiful life. And it is because of the people that I have around me. And I created that energy.
Well, you sure did. I mean, honestly, and then I want to talk to Christy, but I have to tell you, just give you a little Amanda story. All right. So I've been in the beauty world for over 30 years. And, you know, I was for a long time, very who's who in that world, you know, global this, global that, got a Rolodex. That's how old I am. That's so freaking fabulous, right? But, you know, when push came to shove and we were trying to get stuff done for Beautiful Self, we needed like beauty supplies and things. And I was not getting responses to these calling in kind of favors. And I don't know what happened, but you and I were chatting, Amanda, about something. And you're like, oh, you need some beauty? Hold on, I have a connection at Tarte. Next thing I know, there's like $30,000 worth of products sitting in her garage. I'm like, she is a getter done. So yeah.
Problem asking anyone for anything at any time.
You are
so
something else.
At it.
You are
anyone for help on anything, because quite honestly, you don't know till you try. And the things that you get in return, that's what life's about, right? It's about helping. If someone asks me for help, I will do everything I can to do that. And I expect that of those around me.
Yeah. Now, hey, you're amazing. You get it done. We're like, oh, you get it done. It's
incredible. That's what it's
Well, let me, Christy, ask you, how long have you and Amanda been friends? Like, how do you know each other?
We've been friends now about 3 years, and we actually met because Amanda took a cake decorating class with me. And then we found that we had a lot in common. We became friends. And there were times when I needed help with my previous business. And I would call Amanda and she would pop over and help me. She's helped me with some small things. She's helped me with some big events. And we've just found that we're sugar soul sisters.
We sure are.
Well, I love that. Oh my God. Okay, so let me ask you then, Christy, because I'm going to ask you about the business, Christy, but first, has it affected you at all? Because Amanda did say that you were a very big supporter in the breast cancer community. And I would think, especially knowing Amanda, right, this would kind of bring out the tentacles and extend that out. Being a supporter in the breast cancer community is, you know, you're with us in the trenches. It's like Michelle with me. You're shoulder to shoulder, no matter what we're going through in that survivorship community. Do you feel it's like changed how you looked at things or your perspective on survivorship?
That's a really good question. I didn't know Amanda when she was going through treatment, or, you know, when she was diagnosed and going through treatment. So I don't think of her in those terms, but I have had friends and family members that I've supported through diagnosis and treatment. My mother-in-law was diagnosed in 2009, and we immediately jumped in the car, packed up the car, the kids, and drove. At the time we lived in Virginia, we drove to Tennessee, and that feeling of helplessness that Amanda talked about, that's exactly how I felt, and I didn't know how to help, but being, you know, someone who loves to cook, and I think of food often as comfort, that's immediately where I went to, and I spent time researching what to do, and felt like the best way to help support my mother-in-law, my father-in-law at the time, was I prepared meals for them, and I packaged them individually. I froze them, things that were healthy, and even learned that when someone's going through treatment, it's really better not to prepare their favorite meals, because then they identify treatment with that favorite meal, and then it can no longer be a favorite meal. So I just prepared.
Well, you know, and it's brilliant. And not only that, but that goes into survivorship too, Christy. That's not just like, yeah, like that, all that with the food, it does. It goes into survivorship.
So I prepared, I think, 2 or 3 weeks worth of individually packaged meals that I just stuck in their freezer, a couple of in the refrigerator right before we left, and then the rest in the freezer. And then I've done that for other friends as well over the years.
Well, that leads me into, by the way, we've got, I mean, Megan's just jumped on, Lorella's out there, Lisa, I want to say hi, everyone's like, hey. So to me, I think of you, Amanda, I think of Megan. Like, I can't not think of the two of you, like, you're like together.
Yeah,
she's out here.
I don't know if I'll make it. I'm glad you're here. Hi.
She's out here. So Christy then, because I know that this is, if I have this correct, this was your business that you and Amanda kind of found each other. So now Amanda is doing it with you, but that this Tin Can Confections and Cocktails is initially your business that you're doing together. Now you've brought Amanda on. Now I have to ask you, because this is one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. And it's hard when you think of this luxury and this style and this overall glamour and deliciousness out of a fabulous little truck, which, by the way, we were talking about is getting redone. So tell me a little bit about the business. How can we find you? What do you specialize in? Tell us a little bit.
So it started as a custom cake business. And I started the business back in 2011 in Virginia, and then we relocated to New Jersey in 2014. It took a little bit of time to kind of get back up and running. There were some legal things that I didn't have to deal with in Virginia. New Jersey is the only state in the country that you can't operate from home legally.
Shocker. Sorry.
In 2017, I built a small commercial kitchen onto my home, and just through word of mouth established this business. And last year, as COVID shut everything down, I started reevaluating not just the business, but my life in general, and went back to school to finish my doctorate that I had started in 2011, but put down in 2015. And as winter came, cocoa bombs became this phenomenon. And I was asked to do some, and it turned into making 1,700 of them with the help of both Amanda and her daughter Hannah. I was at the time, I had a vintage camper that I had gotten a couple of years ago. I took the camper down to an event in Basking Ridge. I set up at the nursery in Ramsey, and I was just selling these cocoa bombs and some warm desserts. And somebody called and asked if there was any way that I could just pull up and serve cupcakes and hot cocoa. And it wasn't possible with the way that I was operating this vintage camper, because it was still a camper, not a food truck. I actually called Amanda and said, I want to turn the camper into a food truck. And she said, oh my God, I want to help. I've always wanted, I've always wanted sandwiches out of a food truck. It turned out that the previous trailer, because she was 50 years old, was rotting from the inside.
Like we all are.
Yeah, I was like, I feel her.
She went on to a new home, and I found a builder up in Warwick, New York, who's building a new trailer from scratch. Her name is Sadie, and she'll be ready toward the end of this week or the beginning of next week. It is a vintage style trailer, so she looks like a vintage camper, but she's brand new, and she has, wood countertops. She has a 3-tap tower. She has 3-compartment sink and a hand sink.
Wow.
Espresso, refrigerator, freezer.
Yeah, everything. And we can do every type of dessert. We're doing, appetizers, coffee, cocktails,
beers, prosecco.
Yeah, milkshakes.
Oh my God. So now you're catered only, correct? It's not like you pull up somewhere fabulous and just stop?
No, we are going to do that occasionally. There are some events that the Ramsey Library is doing that we're hoping to be a part of. It's really working out the timing. And then, some other local places, Finch Park in Ramsey, the Ramsey Pool. Unfortunately, there are a lot of restrictions on where food trucks can be. So that is limiting where we'll be able to just pull up. But we have some supporters, some local businesses that want us to, pull up. And so we'll announce those on social media. If people have an event, whether it's a backyard barbecue, a wedding reception, an anniversary party, they can reach us through the website or on social media, email, phone calls, whatever. And then,
here it is. Michelle's pulling it up as you speak.
Beautiful.
It's very
custom.
Yes, thank you. It's very custom. So, there are packages. You can do just desserts. You can do just cocktails and alcohol. You can do just fountain drinks, or you can have appetizers and cocktails. We're doing a wedding in August. We are going to have the full espresso bar out. So at the end of the evening, everyone's leaving with a coffee and a little bag of cookies, but we're going to be doing the appetizers at the beginning. It's very customizable to whatever you need and what you're envisioning. So what we want to do is we meet with the people, we go over what their vision is, what we think is going to best suit their needs. We're hoping to really get a handle on high-end events because it is something that is not, we are the only truck in all of Bergen County that does desserts and cocktails. There are trucks that pull up like the old catering, outside a construction site where you pick your sandwich and your banana, and they have candy bars. We're not that.
Oh, no, you're not. No. You are literally, to me, a chic boutique, New York City, on wheels. That it's unbelievable.
That's exactly what it is. And yes, we will have a presence. As Christy had mentioned, we'll put out a blast on social media. Today we're going to be at Finch for the baseball tournaments, or today we're going to be at the nursery, or we're going to be in North Haledon, whatever it is. And we'll have menus that will be up for that day. Today we are giving out. Today we are selling these ice cream sandwiches or these desserts so that people can come and sample and get our information. But ultimately we are a catering high-end event service.
Yeah, no, it's pretty spectacular. So I encourage anybody that's watching, if you need something specialty, if you're looking for something like nobody else is going to have, this is it. This is just unbelievable. Like I said, never seen anything like it before. And the fact that it's in a stylized vintage camp like truck is just, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it in person. So I have to say, both of you, sneak peek, I love that. Both of you are very inspiring for very different reasons. And Amanda, keep doing that great work in the community. You're something else. You need something done. I don't want to say she's like the Godfather, but you call Amanda.
Call me.
Yeah.
That's within these days. Please don't call me.
Yeah, no, she's busy right now, but my gosh, if you can even get to her, the favor will get done.
For your next event, whatever you want to do. We're doing, we're going to be at the high school doing the gala event for the graduate kids.
Yeah.
Like we had mentioned, we have a wedding. We have several events coming up. We're booked through July. We can do weekdays during July, but our weekends are gone for the month of July. We already have a booking for 2022, which I think is just amazing.
Graduation party for July of next year.
Yeah, and it really is customizable. One of the things we were talking about is how everyone does the drive-by birthdays now. We can do that. We can pull up into the front of the house, sit there for a half hour, and give out a dessert or a treat to all of the people who drive by. So it really is, for lack of a better word, and saying it for the 100th time, customizable.
Right. Yeah, it is though. So it's and let me on another note say, if you need a gift for someone, look also at necessity bags. So necessity bags for sure. That's a whole nother, business. So here's what I'm going to take away from today. And I know our audience is going to take away. 1, totally inspiring. 2, cancer does not mean the end. Sometimes it can be the beginning of something absolutely incredible. And Christy, you starting that, business out of your passion is really beautiful. And then you two sugar sisters finding each other is really, really beautiful. So we love, this is our first episode of Where Are They Now? So yay! So we were so happy to have you guys. We love you so much. We do. And we're going to see you again because we are going to wrap and hopefully do something, or show up at your truck and just stand there and be like, any free samples? Can't take it. Well, we love you so much. Thank you. We're going to put up your information. Thank you for sharing everything. Thank you for everything you guys are doing. You are amazing. All right. Yeah. And as always, to everyone, stay strong, stay positive. You are beautiful. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much, Christy and Amanda. We'll see you guys later.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.